Hello my friends and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mastle Let's Play Series Part 156. Okay, so if you are enjoying my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, you can consider ringing that notification bell. You can ring the bell and so clicking the bell and selecting personalize, which will notify you of the videos that you like the most. Not exactly sure what all the intricacies of that are, but if there's certain videos that you like more than others, maybe certain videos in a specific realm of my channel that you like more than others, maybe it's the Let's Plays, maybe it's the festivals. I'm not sure how good it'll notify you because I'm not really putting my videos into playlists at the moment. But you can still try. Maybe it'll still do a good job of notifying you about specific videos, but I mean, at this point, I think whether you select that or you select all, it'll probably be about the same. But if you really want to play it safe, you can select personalized. And then speaking of which, selecting the bell and selecting all will notify you of all my videos, of course. And you can select the bell and select none. If maybe you're taking a break and you don't want to be notified, maybe you're going on vacation and you don't want your phone ringing off the hook with notifications from YouTube. Maybe you know you won't be watching YouTube for a little while, so you just don't want to be interrupted by that. Like, there's a lot of reasons besides, like the obvious, like you're trying to help a person out and you don't care about their channel. Like, there's other reasons besides that. There's good reasons. But yeah, if you like any of those, you can feel free to subscribe to me so you can ring that notification bell. So you can better control how YouTube is going to be notifying you. So anyway, let's look at the news, and then I'll look at the news first real quick. It looks like there's only just one ritual festival. Additional missions. That's pretty much it. Good. They didn't add a new ritual summon any more times. So the new ones that they added, I think it's always pretty much the case. The destroy. See, the Duel Festival, they already had a Duel Festival a few times. So if you really want to play it smart, maybe I think it may these may be the same. They may always have it like this. I'm not sure if the additional mission's always the same or not, but the Duel Festival times 20 might always be the same. So maybe what you could do is you could plan for this. If you really want to plan for this, maybe what you could do is you could duel a number of times to where the original Duel Festival falls in line with this Duel Festival, and then you can get both of those missions done at the same time. Otherwise, that you're just having extra duels, which I mean, if you're planning to go pretty far, it may not really matter. Or if you're planning to go to 11,000 for all of the gem rewards, that may not really matter. But if you only really care about going until you reach this, the little bit of duels to get the missions done, as long as you win enough of them, it should easily be able to carry you far enough to get the field parts. Probably not to get to 11,000. Maybe it'll carry you enough to get to 11,000. But I know it should at least carry you far enough to get here, because 5,500 is not a lot. And I think, and I know this is why I'm at least trying to get to go to, where I can get the field part, because the gems, they'll always be there. You'll always be, have access to gems, but you won't always have access to this. So try to make it your goal, like, to at least get the easy to get accessory that's not always going to be here. This is understandable if you don't want to go all the way for this, even though this isn't always going to be here too. But another thing is, like, this is really only showed at the end. Like, this is shown throughout the entire duel. And, who knows if... I mean, I think at the beginning they showed the tags, but, like, still, like, show it at the beginning, and then maybe if they click on your card, they'll also see it. I'm not exactly sure how it works. But yeah, it's like really only words, though. Like, I feel like these have animations. These are like fairly like a good size. Like, not everyone's gonna want to read also, but it's pretty easy to just like see, like, oh, like, look at this and be like, oh, that's cool. Not reading, so I can enjoy a little bit more. I mean, not everyone goes into a game just so they can, like, read a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Also, the fact that, like, it's a lot less. Like, 22,000 is a lot. I mean, you can get there if you want, but I've been getting there less and less because it's just so much. And missing out on a few legacy pack tickets aren't really that big of a deal. Isn't really that big of a deal either, because, like, there's so many different ways you can get legacy pack tickets. Anyway, if you want, I mean, you're gonna be, I mean, like, you get what, maybe like one a win. You can basically win once in ranked and get 4. Versus winning once in that festival and getting 2. Maybe it's a little bit easier, maybe it's not, but I don't know. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on, like, the rewards there. I'll show you that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look, they have Duel here, and they also have Duel here. So if you really want to plan it so that you can get these done around the same time, you could just, like, have dueled like 10 times and then waited for this and then just duel another 20 times, and then these will count alongside this. So then then once you hit 20, you'll be able to get both. I didn't do it that way because I don't really care myself. But if you really want to maximize it the most and, like, you're hard focused on the missions and not really how far you get in the medals, that's a good way of doing it. I'm not sure if there was another story one, though. So that's not really, that doesn't really matter as much. And the destroy should be fairly simple. If you really want to turbo this out, though, you can just, like, play a deck that has a bunch of destroy effects, like Solemn Judgment, especially the ones that mass destroy, like Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster. But, like, you can, like, also fletch it out with, like, ones that, like, can easily destroy, like, one thing, like Solemn Judgment, the other Solemn cards. Like, those are usually allowed. I'm sure there's others too. And, like, definitely don't underestimate how powerful simply just destroying something in battle can be. There are times where you can just destroy something in battle, even if you're going to lose. I like to do that. Like, I know I'm gonna lose, but I know I can, like, destroy something before I do. So if I can, like, destroy something in battle before I lose, I can just destroy that, and then I'll just let my opponent beat me. Like, sometimes you can just do that too. especially if you can destroy multiple monsters of battle on your way out. Yeah, like maybe destroy one that like your opponent doesn't care about anyway, and they'll probably let you, like, if and if they know that monster's not gonna matter. Too bad, like, destroying your own cards don't count though. That is something. Oh yeah, and another thing I like to do whenever I get these during the daily, like, I like to, like, even if I don't have to, like, tribute, like, an exceed or a link off to be able to destroy something with Carrot if it's like a normal spell that they activated. Sometimes I like to, like, do that, like, if I'm in a winning position anyway, like, sometimes I like to, like, tribute off, like, one of those, like, links or exceeds I don't care about off to Carrot, just so I can destroy the spell or trap that's being activated, so I can get that destroy. I mean, you can't play sprites in the festival, but I mean outside the festival for the dailies. That's something else you can do. And maybe if you have like something in the festival that you're not that you don't think of, like doing like a little bit of like a sideways thing, like just so you can get like that destruction. Like maybe you should like see like if there's a way you can like go from just like maybe not destroying it to destroying it with the card. Sometimes they do have those extra effects that let you like go from just sending it to the graveyard to actually being able to destroy it, like the Carrot example. Not sure if they have anything like that you're using in the festival, but maybe like just like be on lookout for stuff like that, I would say. So yeah. Oh yeah. So now that I'm done with that, I'll collect this just to I don't know, because I want to. Anyway, this video is brought to you by, I say brought to you by the Holy Spirit, and I say brought to you by because of knowing how Jesus is. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been given the people that were able to make way for the game. I wouldn't even be here to tell you about to talk to you about the game a little bit. So yeah, so technically it is brought to you by the Holy Spirit, like brought to you by Jesus. I mean, if you really think about it, maybe that's like a thing I can say, like something that not a lot of other channels are doing, but I'll do it like that. I mean, maybe not. I mean, technically, even financially too. Like, so yeah, like it works for multiple ways. Like, maybe you have to think about it a little bit, like what I'm saying. But yeah, I think that's maybe like that can be maybe something I say every video. I think that is what I'm gonna be saying every video, just to make my videos a little bit more unique. I want to try to have my videos be a little unique and have these like the fact that I want to try to teach you a little like just a little religious based stuff every all of my videos. I want to try to get them to stand out. So yeah, just in case you were wondering why I said that. Anyway, let's get into the verse. So, since we live by the Spirit, let's keep in step with the Spirit. That is Galatians 5:25. I guess if you need to, if you want to know what exactly that version is, it's New International Version. But of course, the meaning is gonna be the same, no matter what version you look at it. Like but like maybe the version matters. Like if maybe like one doesn't make as much sense, maybe go into a different version. And maybe even if you use like New International Version all the time for the Bible. Like maybe there's gonna be occasional verses where you maybe want to check a different version, or maybe you just want to like check a different version. Just to maybe it'll like help you like make sure that you're understanding it correctly. But I'm just gonna like look at what the version that that YouVersion gives me, and the version they give me today at least is New International Version, which is also in line with the with the Bible that I own, that I read a lot, that I try to like read every day. And I think maybe next year I'm gonna once I finish the Bible again, my like this Bibling year, or like however long it takes, because I missed a few days. Once I finish that plan off, I think I'm gonna go and do my devotional until I finish that, and then maybe not worry about the Bible, because like I feel like if I do too much, like then because I've been like kind of struggling with doing both the Bible and the devotional. So I'm gonna try to like stick to one and then maybe the other, do something like that. I think that should go a lot better. Anyway, so I don't have to find times for both of them. Yeah, because I want to try to take both of them seriously. So I spend a little bit extra time on them. So they're not like a really short thing. Like at least like the Bible, generally takes about 15-30 minutes, based on the plan that I'm doing. Something like that. So yeah, that's pretty good. Anyway, what I feel the verse is saying here is it's saying that oh wait, no, I'm actually gonna talk. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna talk about the meaning, based on what I'm thinking. I'll talk about that later. But I think I will do a few packs now and a few packs at the end. I'm gonna do the packs I was talking about. I didn't get to 75 subscribers, so I'll just do the major packs I was talking about on Friday's video now. So this is one of them. Gonna get my free pull so I can have that out of the way, because I don't want to miss out on that. I'm not sure if it'll be gone or if I can get the free pull when I unlock it again, or if that's something different, but I'm just gonna have the free pull now just in case. I'm also gonna open these. I'll save the legacy for the end though. Ooh. Of course, these aren't the best, so even if you get some of the URs, the SRs, you're probably not gonna get much good, but maybe you'll be able to get something. Looks like here, this might be useful though. This could have maybe worked in that one owner's seal style deck, but then again, like owner's seal is probably better like when you're trying to do a deck where like you give your opponents kaijus and then you try to get them back to OTK them somehow. This may not be the best card anyway, just because this is a trap and you have the owner's seal, which is basically the same thing, but it's a spell, so it's a lot quicker. And with an OTK, you don't really want to be using a bunch of traps. If you can like afford to maybe wait a turn, but usually the owner's seal is probably better. And I'm pretty sure it's a lower rarity too, so that's also really nice. I mean, I guess this could eventually be good. Like if you have a deck out that's all about like giving stuff to your opponent for whatever reason, maybe you can like use this as a way to get them back. Though if you're giving them to your opponent, maybe there's a reason why you want to, but maybe there's a deck where like you want to give them to your opponent and then you want to take them back. I don't know. I mean, it has potential. It can be a good effect, just I don't think it's the best right now. And then Gatling. I mean, maybe if there's like a way you can give your opponent, like you can easily give your opponent like really good monsters that you can then take back. Like even if they're unaffected, this can bypass unaffected because it's not actually affecting them. It's just affecting the players. So that's pretty cool. And then Bell Dragon can destroy stuff, though like not very good either. Samsara used to be pretty good in like FTK decks, but I think the pieces may have been banned for this game too. I'm not sure. I didn't actually have the mechanical chase yet. Cool. And I got a holo, so that's cool, but nothing too big that I'm gonna actually be using anytime soon. Okay. Oh, I didn't open them all. Okay, oh. More one to make this purchase? Wait, what? Oh, it says I have 0. And yet, but it still shows 1. Huh. I guess it's going to show that even if you have 0. Not sure if that's new or not. But I think it probably is the same. It shows that even if you have 0. So you want to make sure. But it'll just tell you that you don't have enough. That's like how it tells you don't have enough. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'll also get the accessory too before I forget. Cause I think the accessory is gonna leave. Yeah. See this. I think I'll get this just because it's for a limited time. It's only 100. And then that way, if I want it later on, I'll have it. And if I wanted this later on, I'll have it. See? Not necessarily that things that I need, but things that are useful just in case. So there's actually three accessories that are leaving pretty soon. So I'll get them all. This one would actually be a pretty good one for Halloween. So this might come in handy next year, since they'll never leave. Though, if I'll be playing this in Halloween next year, I don't know. I mean, there'll probably be new solo mode gates by then, but I'm not sure if I'll be caring at that point. Maybe if enough people want me to. I can maybe like make special videos on this, maybe like during like special times. I don't know. Yeah. But of course I'm still on to solo mode right now, so we don't need to think about that right now. Here's where I am so far on the ritual festival, by the way. See, I'm getting fairly close to this. I'm already at 4,400, so only a little over 1,000 more. I may try to get to 11,000. I guess I'm not that far away. Maybe like only like 6,000, which is maybe about like, what is that? 12 wins maybe. I think like you basically double it, so maybe about 12 wins away, something like that. Yeah. That would make sense, which isn't too bad. So with 3 days left, that would be 4 wins a day. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. If I get 6 wins today and 6 wins tomorrow, I'll definitely be there with time to spare. So maybe I can consider doing that. Let's go into solo mode now, though. Oh yeah, before I go into the solo mode though, I want to talk to you a little bit about the stay out of the basement. For the Goosebumps, how I talked to you before, now that I actually have more time to talk about it, I'll just talk a little bit about stay out of the basement. So once you see me going to the solo mode gate is when you can like basically like unmute me if you don't want to hear about this Goosebumps. So I'm gonna be talking about the Goosebumps book versus TV series, like differences, in 3, 2, 1. So a few differences between Stay Out of the Basement for the Goosebumps and the book and the TV series are, first of all, it still showed the dad with the bandages, but in the book it was actually his hand that was bandaged, and in the series it was his arm. So they didn't actually see his bandages right away. Like it was she saw it when she was like going into the bathroom. So I'm not sure if the son actually saw it though. And another thing is like the friend was completely missing. I guess make them seem a little bit more like loners, so that could be either good or bad depending on how you look at it. So yeah, the friend wasn't even a thing. Instead, I believe it was the daughter that was like taking the place of her friend's words, so calling him a mad scientist. Or no, I think was it the son, and then the daughter was sticking up for him, and then the book the son was sticking up for the dad, saying like, oh, he's not a mad scientist. I think that's how it was. I think it was the son who called him down the TV series. Oh, it could have been the daughter. It was one of them. And it doesn't actually. Oh yeah, and the neighbor wasn't in it either. And for some reason, the university guy, or yeah, I believe it's a university. Maybe like the university professor or like someone from the university. The person who came over, like he had a completely different name in the book and in the series, which is, I mean, that's kind of crazy. I'm not sure how often they change up names. Yeah, so I believe he might have been wearing something different too. Yeah, so I mean, but some of the similarities, like they still found the dad in the same location, like they still found him tied up, just like in the book. And, okay, and now I'm gonna go over a few changes that I didn't like. A few changes I didn't like. I mean, for the book, when like they were trying to figure out who was the real dad, she actually stabbed the father. I mean, a little bit, just like a tiny prick with something sharp, to like see like what color his blood was, and if it wasn't the right color, the red color ring, then she knew it like he would be the real dad. And so it was red, and so she knew for a fact that like he was the real dad, because the other dad had green blood. But in the series, in the TV series, the TV episode, she just went on the fact that he called her princess, which she did. She kind of also took that in the book, but like it was kind of too full in the book, and I kind of would like seeing more concrete. So I like that there was both concrete and like hearing evidence versus just the princess thing in the TV series. I mean, I get that they probably didn't want to show the whole blood thing, but I mean, I don't know, like she took his word on less, and I kind of feel like, are you really gonna do that before you like either like, oh yeah, and she also killed the plant guy a different way. Like she used like she cut him in half in the book, and she used the spray in the series, which again is probably because they didn't want to like be too graphic. even though like still killing it was just a plant. But anyway, like, I mean, I get why she just used a spray. I'm not sure how deadly that would have been if she would have sprayed her dad with that, but it's probably wouldn't have been pleasant. So, kind of feel like both ways were kind of dangerous. So maybe being a little bit more concrete wouldn't have been a bad thing. But and then, oh yeah, and also like the regular dad, he just had his head shaved in the TV series. I kind of like that he also had the green hair in the book, like the plant dad did, because like it kind of makes the ending a lot more ominous too, I feel, because in the ending where like the plants were coming up and the flowers were coming up and saying like, oh, I'm actually a father, like it makes it a lot more ominous in the book, because like you're thinking like, actually like that flower may be speaking the truth, because why does the quote-unquote real dad, I mean, I know he has the red blood, but why does he have the hair? Like, maybe there's some kind of explanation for the blood. Maybe not all plants, like, necessarily, maybe the more advanced plants, like, eventually, like, have the same looking human blood, so maybe that flower is the real deal, and the one she thought was the dad really wasn't. But I mean, in the TV series, like his head's simply being shaved and not sharing like basically any similarities with the plant copy, besides like basically his looks and stuff. The hair, like, though, like really catches you though, since that's like an ominous similarity, like something that not a regular human would have. I mean, sure, like more flowers coming out, like claiming like there was only the one in the book, but there was like multiple in the series. Like, I mean, that can kind of make up for that fact, but I kind of just like how the book ending is, because of the whole like the quote unquote real dad, like at least she thinks so, actually did have the green hair as well, the green plant hair as well. Oh yeah, and I guess another small change was they didn't show, he didn't talk about going to the airport to pick up the mom at the in the series, so she just came back. It was basically just implied in the TV episode. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's my thoughts. If anyone else wants to have their own thoughts after reading both the book and the and the actual episode, they can feel free to leave them down in the comments as a new comment. Maybe we can even have a discussion on the Goosebumps if you like. Of course, I can only pin the one, and I want that to be with the first discussion. But still, like, I can like have like a different discussion going on for the Goosebumps, and it probably won't be going away because I'm not having a ton of comments right now anyway, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. Even if I can't pin that, I'm never gonna stop pinning the verse discussion, because that's the most important out of all of these. Let's go into, okay, now, okay, you guys can unmute. So, which one was I on? Oh yeah, on this one. I'll have just this one. Yeah, so now you see me going into this. Hopefully you knew to unmute it. Okay, I'm gonna go into practice though. Maybe I can even do the duel. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I can at least do the practice though. It looks like I have about 20 minutes. Yeah, I probably should only do the practice. What makes an Ally of Justice deck unique? I think what I'm going to do with that Goosebumps thing, though, I'm only going to talk about one a week. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm going to talk about one a week. Because, like, that takes up a little bit of, like, extra time, and so maybe, like, and so the days I don't talk about it, that gives me a little bit extra time with the solo mode, which can be a good thing too. What makes an Ally of Justice deck unique? It features an abundance of monsters with effects that devastate light monsters. The level 5 and above Ally of Justice monsters, including the Synchro monsters, have powerful effects, and the attack and defense are high as well. Be ready to call out high level monsters while dealing with the opponent's light monsters. Use the effect of Ally of Justice monsters to your advantage and win the duel in this turn. Try summoning Ally of Justice Searcher. Activate Ally of Justice Searcher's effect. Discard Jet Synchron from your hand and activate the effect. Oh yeah, because then I discard it and then I'll be able to use its graveyard effect. So that's really nice. You block your opponent's flip monster's effect deactivation. That's cool. Send Ally of Justice Thousand Arms from your hand to the graveyard to activate the effect of Jet Synchron. I'm guessing the spell's gonna be important. Oh yeah, because Iron Call will allow me to special summon the one that I just sent. Yeah, so the spell was important. Use Jet Synchron Ally of Justice Thousand Arms as Synchro material to sync summon Ally of Justice Catastrophe. So then there's probably a reason they want me to keep this on the field. Or is this a tuner? No, it's not. Sync summon is successful. Proceed to battle phase and use Ally of Justice Catastrophe to attack. You know what? Does the Iron Call not allow me to attack with a monster I summon? If Ally of Justice Catastrophe battles the face of a monster that is not dark, its effect activates and destroys the opponent's monster at the start of the damage step. I gotta see. Its effects on the gate also destroy it during the end phase. Oh, I guess it's probably because it was going to be destroyed. This wasn't, though. That can actually kind of be a downside. It's a useful effect that can counter monsters with high attack, but if this effect destroys an opponent's monster, it can inflict battle damage. Attack your opponent's life points directly. See, that was actually kind of a downside. Because this wasn't, it wasn't actually mattering that wasn't that was just gonna destroy the monster. It doesn't inflict damage, so that can actually be a downside. Like in the case of that, like if I would have inflicted damage with it, I would have been able to inflict more damage. If my opponent would have been at higher life points, that would have made a difference. Yeah, so sometimes it's an advantage and sometimes it's a disadvantage. But since it's a synchro, it generally isn't going to be too big of a deal because you can always go into a different synchro if you don't actually need it for its destruction effect. Though since it's also before damage calculation means there's no worries of it being destroyed in that battle too. So even if it's destroying an attack position monster with high attack, as long as it meets the right attribute, it's gonna be fine. So, and non-dark actually carries a lot of power. It's just simply saying non-dark, like that means any other attribute. So yeah, Ally of Justice Catastrophe actually isn't like too bad of a synchro monster just to have as like more generics. synchro, as long as you can go into it. Okay, yeah, let's go for the legacy pack. But first, so my thoughts on the verse, now that I had some time to think about it, let's read it again one more time before I do, though. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. That is Galatians 5:25. So, yeah, so, okay, yeah, that I feel like it's pretty straightforward. Just that this is saying, like, we were created within God's image, so let's try to keep that image represented. And there are various ways to do it, whether you're in public or on your own, like reading the Bible. I mean, there's some simple ways and not as simple ways, depending on how you want to do it. You can go on missions, you can simply say nice things, type nice things, spread the word with but by various means. Tithing can be a way too. Anything like that. If you like to share how you are trying to be a good Christian, like, you can feel free. Right now I'm just trying my best to say the right things to people, and may do the occasional like bulletin stuffing, though right now I need to take a break because of like schooling, but I'll get back to that soon enough. Anyway, let's look at the legacy pack real quick, and then I'll end it. Since I still have a little bit of time, I'll do the legacy pack. Just 10 though. I don't want to. Still no. I mean, hamburger recipe is going to be useful, perhaps, though I'm not sure if you actually would use in the Nouvelle, because there are other ways of summoning the hungry burger, and you're probably only going to be using one, since like you have like that one that summons it straight from the deck. So I'm not sure how much you actually need this for the Nouvelle. But yeah, I did get a few holos, a few new cards. That's cool. No super rares, ultra rares, but still. I mean, if I do eventually ever need the rares, it saves me a little bit of CP, I guess. I mean, Death Squalor could be maybe kind of useful, like if you're running a burn deck, even though it is a little slow. Like maybe Predaplant could eventually come in useful if like you're playing a Predaplant deck, and getting a holo could be kind of nice, because now I don't have to like spend a lot of CP for a holo. So like even just getting a normal holo could still be pretty good. Yeah, but like, I mean, I guess out of these, maybe my favorite one, I guess Allure D, getting the third copy of that could be cool. Semi-useful for Blue Eyes. Actually, maybe the Bane Seoga. That might be the most useful out of all these. Yeah, so if anyone has anything else they want to share related to this pack opening, tied to the cards, or that they like me doing just 10 of these back to the 10, like how they're liking being able to choose between 10, or like more than that, like if they like having the choice too, if it's been helping them, maybe you can let me know about that. If you want to promote yourself, you can let me know down in the comments. Thank you to anyone who stayed for any of the sections, whether they be the pack or related to the solo mode, or related to the verse, or related to the news, or when I talked about the Goosebumps or the festival a little bit. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and hopefully I can see a lot of you in the next video. Oh yeah, and reminder that if I can reach 75 subscribers before the before that selection pack expires, that one selection pack with the Gishkis, then I'll open that. I think I was gonna open the Duelist Cup rewards then as well, but I guess I accidentally opened that today, so I think it may only be the Gishki one. But that still should still be pretty good, opening the Gishki selection pack. If I get to the same 5 before it expires. Yeah, because that looks like the most interesting out of the ones, because it also has a triple tactics thrust, which I'm also kind of interested in. But I don't mind missing out on it because I can always just craft the triple tactics thrust later on. Anyway, bye everyone. Remember, 75 subscribers. That's going to be about 2 weeks. You have a time limit of about 2 weeks.